we did so much. And then I guess I would like to hear like each one of you, which one was your best like activity. So let's try to remember you guys what we did. I'll mention. So we did Han River Park and meeting with the people from Seoul Tourism Association. We went to Myeongdong. We went to Namsan Tower. We went to Korean truck stop, Caribbean Bay, Everland. We did Ide, Sinchon, Hongdae. And Ide, Sinchon, Hongdae, where we play basketball. And
the
where
arcade?
Yeah, arcade. And then where we had Seolbing, that's snowflake. That's Sinchon. And then we went to Hongdae, which was like a very crowded place.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we went there and then we played basketball, meeting with the fans, Korean barbecue, Korean dessert cafe, Coex, Gangnam, Korean bakery, Korean church, and Gyeongbok Palace. And we watched movies with Korean delivery, right? And then we went to Lotte Tower and Korean buffet. So which one was your favorite?
I already forgot what you said when you started.
Okay.
My favorite... I loved Caribbean Bay. That was really fun.
Okay.
That was a lot of fun. Riding Megastorm.
Megastorm. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, Megastorm is crazy. Get this, guys. We got to ride it twice. It seriously looks like you're just gonna fly right off the thing. Like, oh my gosh. But then when you're done, you're like, oh my gosh, that was so fun. But during it, you're like, what the heck am I doing? Why did I do this?
So,
the church was fun too, like, because we got to talk to a lot of people there and learn some Korean.
They were so welcoming.
Yeah, that was really
That was
sweet.
really nice.
What about from Anna and Jeremy and Lexus?
Oh, okay. Oh, we also ate breakfast, remember?
Oh,
And we went to the truck stop.
so you like that one?
Yeah, I did like that. I did like the eating what you like, your like favorite thing, the soup.
I forgot about that. Yeah,
Yeah.
we did it right.
That
Yeah.
was really good.
Gomtang?
Yeah.
That was good.
Honestly, I think my favorite thing just is getting to meet all the people we got to meet and spend time with them.
We did meet a lot of people.
Yeah. We met a lot of Jintae's friends too, and they helped show us around, and that was so cool because it was just like we got to hang out with friends, but that we met that day, but they were our friends. That was cool.
What about you, Jeremy?
I think my favorite part was meeting everybody we ran into. We met people at church, but especially meeting the fans that came to the park. I think for us, being where we're from, in the rural part of our country, we know everybody there. And coming to a city like this, it's easy to feel alone, even though you're surrounded by tens of millions of people. And it was kind of nice to show up to places and then have friends, people who were like, hey, come over here, I'm waiting on you, and it was like, oh, that's so cool. So I think for me, that was probably my favorite part. And we had some random encounters on the subway.
Oh,
and, walking down the street, people said, hey, Samcho Kim family, and they would hold up their phone. And so we were like, wow.
That was so cool.
And it wasn't, it didn't make us feel like famous. It just made us feel like, oh, we have friends here.
I actually thought that too. It was perfect
it was
amount.
really
Like
cool.
it was,
That is such a good way of explaining it.
Yeah.
So that was my favorite part. It was just kind of like feeling, it kind of touches you on a different level just to have somebody say, hey, you're my friend that I've never met before.
Yeah.
But,
On this side of the world.
Right.
It's so special.
Oh.
City that has like 33 million people.
Oh, 33, is it really?
Yeah, something like that.
What about you, Alexis? Which one was your favorite?
I mean, I guess the fan meeting was pretty important. Probably this trip was a little bit different for me. I mean, the impact of the stuff that we did.
Yeah.
I felt a little bit bad during the fan meetings that I wasn't able to communicate more, but obviously, they kind of communicated by, giving us stuff and trying to do for us while we were there, and everybody was very nice and very generous, and it was really nice to meet people. But actually, I think there was a smaller incident that kind of changed my life and will probably affect me when I go back home. And it was that coffee we had on the hill, and I'm gonna start making coffee ice cubes.
Oh
yeah.
man, that was so strong.
So next time I want to come to Korea, I'm just gonna drink a coffee and blast off. Across the ocean,
Run up
Yeah.
the hill.
run up the hill, and swim
Yeah.
across, and then I'll be here. I won't need an airplane.
Climb the thing tower.
So yeah. So Alexis and I are a little bit sidekick in this like whole trip. Like, you know, she's been helping me a lot behind the scenes. So it was more of a you guys, cause since you guys are visiting here for the first time. We kind of talked about how did you feel about the trip? So it was very nice. But what did you learn? Like, you know, something that you kind of learned. Would you kind of share from this experiment? Like something that was interesting, and then I learned something. You know?
Okay, I think what I learned, like on a deeper level, like within myself, just like meeting people here, I think you just see more of the beauty, and then you think of people you know back home, and I think you can take for granted the people around you a lot. It just makes me more excited to go back home because I see people differently now, I think.
Very good, yeah. Oh, very good. Well said. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. All right.
Oh, also, there is a limit to coffee drinking. That's what I learned.
Also, you don't drink this much. You are drinking a lot, like
A
at least
lot.
4 or 5
Oh,
cups a day throughout the trip.
So much.
You don't drink that
Way
much.
too much
No.
coffee.
Oh, okay.
Like, no. Oh my god.
And it was strong coffee.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even Danielle was saying you went from, I thought you were like 1 cup a day, and you said, no, I'm like 1 cup a week.
Oh wow.
So,
So how many cups a day were you drinking, maybe?
Oh,
Like
like
at least 1 or 2?
1 or 2, yeah.
Yeah,
3
plus
to
tea,
5.
and then,
Oh yeah.
you know, other stuff.
I remember Anna at one point, she was holding 2 cups at one time. She's just like drinking. What about Danielle or Jeremy?
I think for me, like, you know, I've been different places.
Yeah.
Those little incidents that happen that are kind of the most impactful. So for me, like, I just noticed, as busy as the city is, and as few people as we know here, you know, we moved about the city and we really didn't know anybody except the people in our group. But I think even though we didn't speak the language, there are certain ways that people in the city spoke to us through acts of kindness. You know, they knew we weren't from around here, but they did our best to make us feel comfortable. You know, and just little things, you know, we'd hold the door for somebody and they'd show appreciation, and then vice versa. People would see us as outsiders, but more so as guests, and so they were really, you know, just everybody was really kind to us. So I think it just shows to me, like, as big as Seoul is and as busy as Seoul is, people still take the time to slow down and be kind to one another. So it's very welcoming city.
Wow.
So that was very
All
nice.
these good comments. I'm liking it. All right, Danielle. Right after I said that, I didn't mean to pressure you. Just whatever you felt.
So I'm definitely taking back some fashion inspiration.
Oh, that's actually another
Thank
good.
you, Soul.
What are the biggest things you saw that you're gonna like try to take
Nice
back?
clothes with sneakers.
Yes.
Mm.
It's so cute. I have to hit off what Jeremy and Anna said. The people that we came in contact with, like, they were so kind, and I don't know how to word this, but it's like, you know, people are people. Like, there's so many things that are different, like, visually between us and everyone here in Seoul, but, like, we're all inside the same, you know?
Wow. Okay.
Just like people were kind to us, and like they could tell whenever we didn't know what to say or how to order something, they were like, do you need help? And we're like, yes, please, thank you. So that was another, like, those are some more moments that we got to encounter people on a friendly level, and that was really fun. So
Wow.
I don't know,
I guess I really like you guys' reflection, even though we did a lot of activities, but all you guys mentioned about just this interaction with people here. So that actually made a huge impact on you guys, like impression. So that's amazing. What about you, Alexis? Like, I mean, you've been here like what more than probably you know so more than I know. So maybe did I do something wrong or just?
No, I forgot the question now.
It's like, what did you learn from the trip?
Well, I guess I learned maybe more about these guys, you know, because
Very
I
okay.
think we don't spend a lot of
Yeah.
time together, and maybe, you know, like we don't see each other outside of holidays really, and now Jeremy and I really don't see each other outside of you know, a couple times a year. So I guess you learn about the people you travel with.
Oh wow, that's very good comment. Yeah. Actually, along with that opinion, so from my point of view, once we decided to do this, like right after we did the spontaneous snack video last Christmas, and I've been so excited for planning this trip and then showing you guys where I'm from, and then just teaching you the cultural differences and just introducing people who live on the other side of the globe. And it's just like, I thought it was so much fun, but then as the trip is almost over, and just I think it became much more than that for me. So like Alexis said that I got to know you guys much more. You know, Jeremy is very good sports. You know, Daniel is curious and caring, and Anna is energetic, very energetic. And you guys all have very good hearts and respect others, and like you guys like to meet new people and like to listen to, you know, those people's stories. Another thing that I was really amazed that not only you guys are very positive towards this new Korean stuff, but also you guys are like spreading Oklahoman friendliness in Seoul. So it was really fun for me to be around that you guys are experiencing new things for the first time. So actually my purpose of this trip is to have fun, teach you, and maybe like broaden your perspective in life in general. But now I feel like I think I learned much more from you guys than I meant to teach you. So, especially for the girls that, you know, everything was new to you, and like, you know, you guys are curious, and like, so like you guys believe whatever I said, you know. So I really felt like, you know, you guys are kind of like my daughters. I think I mentioned that once or twice. And if I have one later, I wish that she's more like you guys, you all. So yeah. So I guess I need to ask Uncle Wade and then Aunt Stephanie for advice, I guess, later. But anyway, whatever you do, wherever you go, I hope that this trip will be somewhere in your heart, somewhere. Because I know, because you will for me. So, so thank you for coming to Korea. And
Thank you.
So
Thank
much.
you.
Jinte.
so we got a lot of this stuff. So maybe we can play cards and whoever wins take one. All right, so this is it. Thank you.
Thank you, Sol. Thank you, Jimmy.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
Yeah.
We might as well just make a mini series, like a epilogue.
Crazy. This is crazy. Yeah.
Whoa, your face is definitely
Sorry.
your nose was like.
We have a 6-hour layover in Mexico City. Jinte was kind enough and resourceful enough to invite us into the lounge. So we're all in the lounge, and so it's lunchtime, and so we're having some authentic Mexican beverages and enchiladas, which look
Wow.
amazing. These
Yeah.
things look so good right now, with a spicy mole on top.
This is one of the nicest lounge, Lexus, don't you think? Like people are. Oh, gracias. And that's your third plate. No. No, yeah, yeah. Where did Danielle go?
She went to go get a foot massage.
Dang.
Yeah, this is crazy.
Yeah,
I'm next.
sounds good.